country of the size of India has over 30 lakh children living on the streets, or has over 1.5 crore children working as bonded laborers, or 1 out of every 6th girl child does not live to see her 15th birthday, or despite a national policy of compulsory primary education, only 50% of children have access to such education. The statement, "Children are the future of the nation," stops making sense. In fact, it sounds like an ominous prophecy. For how long can we explain that even after 50 years of independence, half of India's children are illiterate? Despite identifying primary education as a key thrust area and possessing one of the largest networks of schools in the world, clearly we have a lot to answer for, and as a concerned citizen, do something about it. Something meaningful, something concrete through various education and healthcare projects.
Adruta Children Home is actually a venture to rehabilitate the parentless, deserted, otherwise unclaimed children and the children of unwed mothers. It's an humble effort to give identity, or rather to restore identity to those who have lost their identity. The female child is born and no one claims it before sunrise, then wrapped and thrown. We rescue such children in a very traumatic state, bring them to nursing homes till they stabilize, and then they're brought to a children's home and they're given proper nurture. Nurture doesn't mean simply giving them food, the physical succor, but the emotional succor as well. We feel that by the grace of the Divine, we have an ideal environment for children to grow. We never let them feel that they really don't have anyone. Adruta Home has 10 different chapters across the state. We have about 400 children. We don't have an optimum limit. That's because if you find a child in distress, whether we have capacity or not, we bring them. And we find that after we bring them, there is some provision made by the divine or the state of nature. And the foodstuff of the children, 80% of foodstuff, it outsourced from families in terms of donation in kind. And we have our patrons, sympathizers, who help us on an ongoing basis. The organization is entitled for ATG exemption, the Income Tax Department. It is also registered in the FCRA of Government of India Home Affairs. So we pull on. So all that we do is we try to give them formal education. Alongside that, we try to give a proper environment for their special abilities to grow. We try to identify their talents right from the beginning and give them opportunity to grow into excellence. And we found that down the time they do excellently well, and they have brought laurels to our institution by their performance in the state level festivals, national level festivals in their schools. And you'll be happy to know that in the schools they are not only taken as good students, but they are taken as exemplars of values. Principals of schools, they say that be like Adruta children. That is our reward, that is our satisfaction. We try to address the needs of the children and on two fronts. First of all, they are given good education. They have access to very good education and healthcare facilities. Besides giving quality education in good schools, we try to infuse sense of values in them. Focus is to help them to grow into efficient, good human beings so that they prove to be prized assets of human society. It has been possible for three factors, I should say. The sincerity of the children, dedication of the teachers, and above all, the grace of the divine. This is a grace-driven project. We don't seek assistance from the government. We go to people. Even there are wage earners who are stakeholders in our project. It is people-driven. It is driven by people's love and empathy. That is our.
आसमां की छत पे है अपनी दुनिया खिलखिलाती जिसमें है अपनी खुशियाँ चांद के छलने लिए तारे चुनते हैं हम जादुई है ये जहां है नहीं कोई गम बंदे हैं हम उसके हम पे किसका जोर उम्मीदों के सूरज निकले चारों ओर इरादे हैं फौलादी हिम्मती हर कदम अपने हाथों किस्मत लिखने आज चले हैं हम आसमां की छत पे है अपनी दुनिया खिलखिलाती जिसमें है अपनी खुशियाँ सूरज की पलकों तले धूप बनते हैं हम जादुई है ये जहां है नहीं कोई गम बंदे हैं हम उसके हम पे किसका जोर आसमां की छत